So we are going to record the journey of Basit. Basit is a certified PMP, and he cleared PMP. Not just he cleared PMP, he cleared PMP with all above target. That's a lovely achievement. It's not a badge of honor that everyone says we want to do all about target, but it is a badge of honor in any way it is. So I do want every single one of you clear PMP with all above target. If you have any question, guys, put in the chat box and the Basit will answer. First of all, Basit is from India. He joined my one-to-one mentor program. He wanted to join 1 month before. I was looking at the entire chat today, Basit. He wanted to join 1 month, 1 year before, not 1 month before, 1 year before, exactly 365 days back. But he came back after 1 year, and in 1.5 month, he cleared the exam. Basit, congratulations on clearing the exam. First of
Thank
all,
you.
how does that feel?
I think I don't have anything to do today.
No,
So
this is the most important thing. That's why people do at least 2 certification. You can also look into that depending upon your time and money. People mostly do 2 certification, whatever the certification. It happened to me. That's why I did risk management. I was studying for 4 or 5 hours. Suddenly you have nothing to do.
yes,
Uh,
that's the same feeling right now I have. But I'm yesterday when I came back by 4 after calling you, so it took me 1 hour to reach my home. So yeah, then I had pizza and then I slept. I never had pizza for 2 months because I'm dieting and also. So but I still.
it was the night to have pizza. It was
Yes,
uh,
yes.
it was the night
So
to have
yeah,
pizza. Yeah.
so I had the pizza and then I slept for 2 hours.
Mm.
Yeah, but it was a great experience, seriously, and thanks to you. You made the thing very easy with all your efforts and scolding, whatever it is. Seriously, but I loved it. I can't express my feeling. When you said Basit booked the exam, right? So I remember that day. I was little confused and I was not expecting that I should have. I, I I can give the exam on 29th. I thought like we will do on 6th October or 7th October, but you said I'm saying now, so book the exam. So that's the confidence you shown on me, and then I just booked it. And before the exam also, one day before, so that ATP questions I was giving, so I was not getting the
Required
that
score. Required
that
score.
but I got 62% in one of the. So I messaged you, you're sleeping, and then you called me and we talked. It's okay. So it's all upon Allah's hand. So I left it there. And then you said to do the people one, right? The people set. Then I got 77%. Then I stopped everything.
There was a reason. Now this is called psychological reason. I knew you
Yeah.
are good in people. I knew you will get 70. I did not want you to get 60% as your last score. I wanted to end it on a positive note. So that's
Yeah.
why because every time you are weak in process. So this
Yeah.
is something a psychological thing that you need to finish it on a high note so that in the exam that things come into your thing. Okay, I'll answer every single question that we are having in the chat box. You can put all the question and I will get to you. Okay, so let's talk about the exam. The most important thing. How did you manage the time in the exam?
Sir, I started very comfortably. So I know I had a problem with my time management. So I don't want to struggle at the end. It's because in the mock test I had to struggle to last 10 questions, which I used to do very fastly, and then mostly the question when you do very fastly, so the question get wrong, right? So I wanted to make sure that I read everything very slowly and correctly. So our plan was that for the first 60 question we will left with 175 and 170, right?
Hmm.
But it doesn't happen with me. So I was left with 150. So
Exactly
150
150.
150 minutes, yeah.
Hmm. Then
But that time also I was very comfortable because the way I was giving the exam, like the first 60 question I was reading slowly. I was confident on my answer what I was giving. and alhamdulillah, it was very nice. So I took the break.
Hmm.
I haven't reviewed anything, so I did everything, drags and drop then and there, because I thought like you too. I remember that I when the drag and drop came, then I remembered your advice that Basit, you have to do at the end, but somehow I thought of doing right away, because because it'll take more time in the last, whatever it is that time. So I did that. It took because 3 and 4 drags and drag and drop there in the first 60 questions. So it took me time, and it was not easy. It was not straightforward. It was from Agile, but the
You
the
cannot share the exact question to
Of
any.
course, of course.
Yeah,
So, but the descriptions and all those things are not straightforward. So it was tough.
it was tough.
So then I took the break. Then I came back. I had, as you stated, like I took the chocolate, one chocolate. I had my water, and then I came back again in 6 to 7 minutes. Yeah, and then I started again. I was very comfortable. The way I was doing the mocks in my home with the same style, stretching my legs and doing that. So I did the same way. I was comfortable, and I again managed to complete with the left of time like 60 minutes, exact 60 minutes for last 60 questions.
But we were supposed to give last 70 minutes for last 6.
Yes, but sir, again we have lots of drag and drop drops in last 60 to 120 questions. So I tried to solve then and there, and in few of questions the answers were the options were very complex. So it took me time to eliminate those and get the correct answer.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so that's the 60-minute left with the last. So I took break again, and then I came back, and then I managed the time very flawlessly for the last 60, and I completed 1 minute before.
Hmm.
So because the last 60 question was straightforward, I think one drag and drop there was there,
Hmm.
but yeah, so I managed that.
Okay.
But I was alhamdulillah confident enough that I will make sure that I will not end the exam in the
Th-
panic mode.
Then why you did that with me?
Sorry.
Everyone who's watching Basit when cleared the exam, he called me and he told me that I failed the exam and in all below target. Actually, he got all about target. So why you did that with me?
Sir, I pranked my wife also. I thought of doing, I mean, I wanted to get the,
Fun.
how it,
And you want to have the last laugh, huh?
yeah.
Do
So I did with my wife for 5 minutes. She was very, I mean, she was very, disappointed, but she again asked like, tell me the correct score and what is that. So I, the same way I did with you, I sent the scorecard to her and said like, read what is there in the scorecard, they have mentioned something. So it's like that, I mean,
you like the fun to have.
yeah.
Okay, okay, guys. So we are getting some questions. Okay. Omar is asking, Mansoor is asking first, how did you prepare in last week? So what was last week like?
So we did like many ATP's question. I was concentrating on what you said, like doing RCA for correct answer also and the wrong answer also.
Hmm.
So because I am doing, because when we guessing the answers, right? So maybe when sometimes we guess the answer and it become right. So you have to understand that you have to do RCA so that the other option you read, you get evaluation from that and you write down the new things, right?
Hmm.
So in that way, when I was doing Udemy ATPs, so I understand many more new terms. That's why in the end I was telling Amir sir, I'm getting new questions and I am afraid of those questions, that why I'm getting new questions again and again. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So we did questions and things like that. Okay, let's see the next question. Umar saying, how was your score for people and process set? Those 60 question that you initially did, what was your score in that range?
Sir, for 60 questions, sir, initially people 81%, 61%, 78%,
That trio certified. And what else? Deepak.
66%, 80%, 70%. For process, it was like 68%, 63%, 66%, 63%. So I can share my screen if you guys want. I can show the RCA if you allow me, sir.
Please. The RCA is allowed. I never stopped anyone.
So this is my RCA, what I did. So as sir stated, so I made one RCA where everything I've kept as like link.
Do put that in the PMP aspirant group. If they want to look into that, they can have that.
So I made it like little fancy because if I click, so I have everything on one go.
Wow, beautiful.
So when you want to go to somebody, you click this way.
Guys, for those who haven't done the people question, please don't look at the RCA of people. Otherwise, when you do the people question, you will understand, already know the answer. That will be useless. You can look at the other ways. Okay.
Then we have like random sets and these are the
69. Okay. 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 You can stop the screen sharing now. Okay. How was your score for people that is done? What is the Sidra is asking, what is the one thing which helped you the most when you were solving question?
Sir, elimination technique, of course, and the RCA. So I remember everything, what we talked, what we did in RCA, and actually the set of Udemy questions, ATP question, the repetition of the question, it will give you a boost in terms of, when you go for real exam. And I am really telling you guys, do the all those questions very clearly. Make sure that you do RCA and of course read slowly, go to the questions, eliminate those which are wrong, and go with the correct answer. And if you don't know, go with your gut, I think. And it will be, if you have done so much of questions, I think, which Amer sir provided, then I don't think so that you have to go with your guts. You'll get it. I mean, the correct answer will be, I mean, I was so sure with the questions when I was answering. So yeah.
All the question of the context of the exam. Yeah, that was the main point of that. Okay, so I just want to add this guy. If you look at the coaching calls and you know that you are in the session for some time, this guy will be in every single coaching call. In every single coaching call, he is there, and this is one of the reason I highly recommend you join all the coaching call. And 90% of the time he did wrong questions in coaching call. Like I gave you one question, I gave him the question, he made that question wrong. This happened so many times, all of the questions are is right. So don't get disappointed when you get questions wrong. And of course I do yell at them when you don't get the questions wrong, but it all works out in that. Now, Vinod is asking a very good question, and I think it will be relevant to everyone who's starting the preparation. How you begin the preparation, how many hours daily you paid for studying. Do give your own story. I know everyone else's story is different. So you did almost in 1 month. So you can share what you did.
Sir, I started on 10th September, right? So 10th September I started, and then I joined the batch, right?
10 August.
10th August, sorry. 10th August, I messaged you and we started with the batch 8, right? So from that day, I started watching the videos, and I started giving the exam papers for Udemy and all. So every day, like 3 to 4 hours, yeah. Not less than that. And after the coaching call, after the batch completed, so for the Udemy questions, like every day, like from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., 4 p.m., I was doing those questions. I was making sure that when I was doing 60 questions, I am doing in a one go, or 180 question I was doing in one go, so that I have that capability of doing in the exam. So I was doing as like religiously, I was not skipping any steps. I was giving my 200%. I mean, I was telling again to Amer sir that I'm trying very hard. So yeah, I think that's paid off.
Yeah, that of course, that is the thing that always pays you off. Okay, how did you manage big questions with lengthy and complex wording? It must be different than mocks. Specifically, you of course ATP questions are lengthy, but apart from that, other questions are not that much wording. So how did you manage that particular thing?
Sir, I think lengthy question will make you nervous at the examination point of time, but that's the main thing, right? You read the last question. You start with the first four lines for for the question. You don't understand that, of course. You are nervous. You have to repeat the question again. So don't worry about the timer. Just read the question again and go with the flow. Yeah. So
And go with the anyone else has any question? Okay, so let's talk about this thing. Which area was mostly highlighted in the exam? Which area was mostly there?
sir, I think there was not a single question which was straightforward.
Hmm.
All of them are like hybrid.
Hybrid questions.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So
mainly on agile.
mainly on agile and what other topics?
Stakeholders, concentrating on stakeholders also, risk also. Uh, yeah, so these are
Team,
teams, yeah,
stakeholder team, agile, communication.
yeah. Everything was there.
So risk. These were the four areas that was
Yeah,
more again. But we have been saying for last 2 3 months, same thing was there. Stakeholder communication, team, agile is heart and soul of PMP exam, right?
yeah, of course,
Okay.
it does.
That- and drags and drops were also from these areas, or drags and drops were touched from other domains?
No, sir. Drags and drop was there from these areas, but the answers, but the options were very complex. It
Hmm.
was not straightforward. Like okay, agile, this and that. So it's not like that. So you have to it's very similar to each other.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was not straightforward. It was tough. That take me to solve that. It took time. Yeah,
It took time. Okay, thank you
yeah.
for saying that. Okay, apart from that, did you got any formula question or critical path question?
SPI, CPI, like
Formula, you have to calculate. I'm not saying that the question was asking SPI greater than one, less than one.
okay, okay.
What you
So
need to
no, uh, no formula. No, I didn't calculated anything. Yes, no.
you did not have to calculate anything. So let me share it with all of you. At the start of 1st of September, I wrote the name of the people that I wanted to be certified. I told Basit this thing, and I wrote the name of 84 people that I want to get certified. And for everyone, I just want to share this. We got 65 certified, all of out of 84 of the students. So that's a good achievement in one
Yeah,
month, where people are getting not even getting these students in 1 year. We got 65 PMP in 1 month. I wanted to have more. There is no doubt. I wanted to have more than 100, but it is a very big achievement. And thank you, all of you, for that. And thank you, Basit, for ending that on a positive note, ending the month on a positive note. Interestingly, we had first PMP on first, and Basit almost called me after 12. So we have one PMP on the last day of month. So a good month. So thank you, Basit. Thank you very much. If anyone has any question they want to ask, you can also raise your hand and can ask directly to him. If anyone has any question, they can directly ask him. Basit, how many compliance questions?
compliance was two, three questions was there from compliance. Yeah.
2 to 3 questions was compliance. Anything else you would like to add which can help these people? As you can see, 20 people are in the coaching call, and apart from them, hundreds of
I Amit sir, I'll emphasize only one thing. Like, uh, listen to you. I mean, seriously.
yeah, everyone said that after clearing the exam.
Yeah. So
After
yeah,
clearing the exam, you say listen to him.
and
No one listens.
if you are paying that much, and if someone is dedicated like Amit sir, and I think
I
give you
like this one. I like this wording. If you are paying that much, then you should listen to that person. That's a beautiful thing. Actually, this is one of the reason one of my coach, there was a time I was thinking to reduce the price. He said that people will stop listening to you. And sometimes when people don't reply me for months, I realize I should increase the price. It's the same thing. Like there's an old Indian commercial. A guy went to the shop and said that I bought this equipment for you. It was fanus, I don't know, Guldan. He said that I got it. What is this? Vase? It is the English of the
Way.
vase. Na? Yeah, he bought the vase for from outside 15 rupees and you sold me for 300. He said that will break, this one not will break. And he said how he took that 15 rupees and broke it. And he said, see, this one broke. He said, now try to break the 300 one. He did not break the 300 one. He cared for that. No, I don't want to break. So maybe I should charge more so that people should start listening more. We always value those things more. There is no doubt into that. Okay. Being said that, if anyone has any question, they can ask now, or they can reach to Basit at any particular time. He's in the PMP aspirant group. I don't remove anyone when you become the PMP. And Basit, just last two questions. How important what root cause analysis, root cause lesson learn, and coaching calls? Two things. How
So
important they are.
coaching call is important because I think, you attend those, and after the batch ends, that these coaching calls help you to get going, right?
Mhm.
So you will be on the same page and the same pace what was you before. So it
Mhm.
will, when you start doing the mocks, it will
Mhm.
help you in terms of revising things, and you'll be on the same pace as before.
Mhm.
Root cause, it's very important. If, again, I'm saying that whenever you are doing Udemy ATP questions or any questions which were given by sir, you try to do the root cause for correct answer and all the options which are there. So I was literally seeing all the answers which were there. That helped me. So I'm telling you, sir, I was very confused between storming, forming, norming 1 week before also. So I did a root cause and I saw all those things in the RCA of the Udemy and ATP. Then I had a habit to maintain a notebook. So whatever the question I was doing the RCA, so one liner I was writing those. So the answer I was writing. So that helped me. So do the RCA for correct answer and wrong answer. It will take your time, of course, but it will help you in the exam. I'm giving you 100% assurity.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Basit, for your time. And best of luck for future endeavors. And keep moving forward.